Hello students, so we are already starting our unit 3 internet services. In the last lecture we are learning about the NFS, which is a network file system, and today's our point is to distributed file system. Distributed file system, as the name suggested, is a file system that is distributed on a multiple file servers on a multiple location. It means your data will be present in the form of file and it will be distributed, or it is distributed in the various locations in the various servers. It allows programmers to access or store isolated files as they do with the local ones. It allows the programmer to store anywhere in the server, allowing programmers to access a file from network or a computer. The main purpose of DFS is allow user to physically distributed system to share their data or resources by using a common file system. It allows to share their data and resources in the distributed. A collection of a workstation and the mainframe connected by the LAN and is a configuration on distributed file system. Basically, the collection of your data or workstation on mainframe is a computer only, mainframe computer connected in the form of LAN, and data will be available. DFS is executed as a part of an operating system. Basically, it is a part of an operating system. DFS namespace is created and this process is transparent for the client. So in this para, you understand that distributed file system is a file system that distributes your data or multiple files in the server or multiple locations. Multiple file servers or multiple file distributed your file system. Then DFS has two components. One is obviously a location transparency and secondly redundancy. Redundancy means you do not have a same file in the multiple stages or multiple states. Or location means a specific location. You have to know to search or read or store the file. Location transparency achieves through the namespace component. Namespace means a specific namespace is given to a component, and redundancy is done through the file replication component. It reduces the redundancy, it means replication of the file. Working of DFS has two ways: standalone DFS namespace and domain-based DFS namespace. It allows only for those DFS rules that exist on a local computer. When you have to work on an Active Directory, that time you don't need to use this DFS. But when you want to use a local computer for the working or the saving the files, you need to have the standalone DFS namespace. A standalone DFS can only be acquired on those computers which it is created. If you have created, then only you can use the DFS. It does not provide any fault libraries and cannot be linked to an other DFS. Basically, a standalone machine could not have any communication with other machine. Besides, you give some activities or extra attachment of communication. So DFS routes are rarely come across because there are limited advantages. So this is the standalone DFS namespace. And next is domain based, where it stores the configuration of DFS in the Active Directory. So using an Active Directory, you can create a DFS namespace and root accessibility is available to everyone. And full form or path to follow is domain name, then the forward slash, then the D roots, DFS root, or FQDN or DFS. This is the way that you have to follow. This is the simplest thing, that NFS server or DFS server is situated in the middle and data is placed in the various databases, and various number of clients want to access those servers, which is the location of data is different. So this is a type of DFS. Advantages and disadvantages of DFS. DFS allows multiple users to access or store the data. As we saw that many clients want to access the same data which is situated in the DFS server. It allows the data to be shared remotely. Obviously, they use a common area of server, so they give us to accessibility. Then it improves the ability of file access time and network efficiency. It improves the capacity to change the size of data and improves the ability to exchange the data. Exchange of data, changing the size, ability to improve the file accessibility, ability to access the network efficiency. All these positive advantages are present in the DFS file system. And the disadvantages is the distributed file system nodes and connections need to be secure. Therefore, we can say that security is at stake. You have to maintain a security in the distributed file system. There is a possibility of loss of message and data. When database connection in case of the distributed file system is complicated. Due to these many advantages, some disadvantages are also present in the DFS, and those are loss of data, the loss of messages, then connection is also a needed thing in the DFS, then secure network is also required in the DFS. Then there are chances that overloading is also takes place due to multiple data were available in the network. So this is the today's lecture. So today we learned about the DFS, which is a distributed file system. It is a file system present multiple file servers or multiple locations. Though two components are used in this DFS. First is location transparency and redundancy. Then the working is also depend on the two ways. First is standalone DFS namespace and domain based DFS namespace. But in a standalone namespace, you could not use Active Directory, but in the domain based you use Active Directory. Then the advantages and disadvantages. So I hope you understand today's lecture. Thank you very much.